Good evening. It's one of Queensland's most notorious crimes, and now the Whiskey A Go-Go firebombing will be the focus of a fresh inquest. 15 people perished in the Valley nightclub attack in 1973.
New information emerging from last month's McCulkin trial has prompted the Attorney-General to order a further investigation.
4 decades on, it remains one of Queensland's worst atrocities.
There was just a complete wall of smoke and flames and very, very black smoke.
The name Whiskey A Go-Go is now synonymous with the fire attack which gutted a nightclub and killed 15 staff and patrons in the early hours of March 8, 1973.
It was a horrendous situation. I'd never experienced anything like it before.
Retired ambulance officer Ken Browning was among the first on the scene and found the victims piled around the exit, unable to escape.
I quickly checked the people that were there, and to my understanding they were deceased, but I wasn't 100% sure because there was still a lot of smoke and so forth around the place.
Now, the sentencing of Vincent O'Dempsey and Garry Dubois is the trigger for a new inquest. The Attorney-General is writing to the State Coroner to reopen the hearings to find out who was behind the firebombing. Yesterday, the court heard of their motive for killing Barbara McCulkin and her daughters. Justice Applegarth saying in 1973 she knew something about the Whiskey A Go-Go, and O'Dempsey and Dubois had a motive to silence her. James Finch and John Stewart were jailed for the attack, but Finch pointed the finger at others.
A fellow named Vincent O'Dempsey.
But James Finch was a notorious liar who'd repeatedly changed his story. Now the inquest hopes to set the record straight.
The Whiskey A Go-Go tragedy is etched in the memory of many Queenslanders. We should take this opportunity to find any answers that we can.
This is the Whiskey A Go-Go site today. It's now a 24-hour gym. But if the McCulkin trial has proved one thing, it's that time doesn't change the truth, and justice is still possible after 4 decades. Ken Browning agrees answers are long overdue.
I think it should have been done a long time ago. I think there should have been more of an inquiry done than there was.
And Max, why now?
Well, Sharon, until now it's thought many witnesses were just too scared to come forward, but now those key players are behind bars, likely to never be released. It's hoped more witnesses will speak up and help shed light on this dark chapter in Brisbane's history. Of course, for victims' families, it's never too late for the truth to come out.